So we're waiting, still waiting to get paired. I think it might be an issue with lichess. Coronavirus has brought down lichess. So we're playing, for God's sake, BerserkOnly. Mr. Menir Manje. Actually incredible that we should get him. So he's a strong IM, like 2470 or 2480 or something. He is recently a teammate of mine. We got on well in real life, but the guy simply seems to have no other purpose in life but to try and troll me online. I feel like, I was gonna say I feel like King's Crusher, but then maybe that's a bit harsh. I don't know, but a lot of people seem to enjoy trolling King's Crusher, and so I'm starting to feel a bit like that. So this is not going to be a regular game, you know. I'm gonna maybe even jump the horse into d5 here, but we have to understand that in the case of this game, it goes far beyond playing normal chess. So it isn't going to be the educational challenge, like the educational attempts of other games. This one is a personal thing. This is when the ego is involved, and that's why I'm sacrificing a piece already, even though objectively speaking it's probably dubious. So knight takes d6 or queen takes d6. These are kind of the options. Queen takes, and of course the knight on this square is good, but after d6, does it have so many jumps? I'm not sure. So I'm actually going to go queen takes. And the idea here is that I'll just go bishop f4, and my knight can still potentially have some good squares on g5. It's a typical piece sacrifice. I'm not usually this kind of, you know, sacky kind of chess player like Fiona. Regulars of the stream will have been subjected to the occasional unsound sacrifice when watching Fiona's games. I'm more of a Kramnik style player, if I had to describe myself as someone. I've also been described as a poor man's Magnus Carlsen in the past. But such sacrifices are pretty standard in the Sicilian. As I say, this game is not about who wins or who loses. This is about who sets themselves up to potentially maximize how humiliating a defeat would be for the opponent, and at the same time minimizes the possibilities of being humiliated themselves, right? This is not about chess. This is a battle of personalities and a battle of ego. And my opponent, he's about 20 years old, so it's absolutely reasonable that at that age you would be engaging in these kind of activities. Absolutely unreasonable that me at 32 would indulge in such activities, but here we are. So he goes b6. The idea is c5 is definitely going to be an issue at some point, so I'm just going to go b4 and I'm going to go for c5. I think objectively speaking, the position is very good for white, because then, yeah, white is down a piece, but it's very, very difficult for black to develop. It's very hard to see how exactly he gets out his pieces. So I suspect that if I were to run this through an engine, let's say, I suspect that it would say white is something close to winning, if not just winning. But that has limited value when it comes to you know, a fast game of chess, because it's such a sharp position that, you know, anything can happen. So it goes here. If c5, pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, then d6 will no longer pin. Takes, 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 knight e5 check, on the other hand, suddenly becomes an option. Knight g5, bishop here, c5, takes, takes, doesn't really make sense either. I don't know. some positions where it's looking pretty attractive with a pawn very far developed. But at the same time, I'm not sure. Some g4 ideas, some knight here. Just some calm move like bishop g3 is also interesting. c5, of course, is the... Actually, I just realized something about c5 that I should have realized much sooner. If pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, I actually have this move queen a4 check, which ends the game. So c5 is a very strong move. C takes d6, obviously, is a big move here, as is c6 check, which would lead to king here. And then what can I do? Check. Maybe f6, takes, bishop here. Okay, let's just go c6. It looks too attractive. And pick up this. So we've picked up a couple of pawns. Picked up a couple of pawns, eh? Queen h3 maybe. Queen h5, queen e6, queen e4. So many options. Let's go queen h3 maybe. And I want knight here, and of course also take. So he goes there. Rook e6, knight here. That's the problem. He is surviving for now. Let's go rook e4. Let's try and put the other rook here. He's going into flag mode in combination with, you know, relying on the fact that, of course, he has quite a bit of material. Rook here is probably a threat because the point is after takes. Queen d7 would be mate. So he goes there. Okay, let's go ahead and take, and maybe f4. I feel like rook e7 ideas are in the air. If, more or less, if any move takes there, can I go rook e7? I think so. If bishop e3, I just take with the queen, and everything is covered. And he does miss this. So BerserkOnly gets absolutely dismantled as expected, and we move on. Is that too harsh, Fiona? Not harsh enough?
Not harsh enough.